Right, welcome back to part two. It was 40 minutes in the oven baking. This is what I'm doing now. I've taken it out, I just laid it across my arm and took the baking paper off and then put the flat side back in. So that is what we're looking at. Also, you need 280 grams of icing sugar. So I'm just in the middle of doing that. Right, that is that, and then you add 3 to 4 tablespoons of the coffee mixture to help and make the icing. So let me just pop that in there. 1, 2, 3. So you do actually use all of the mixture. Oh, I do apologise. Now, what you do is you mix together until smooth. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll hopefully be able to put it over the cake. So you will get like this. I may need to add a little bit of water. Let me see if I can get any more of this mixture out. Not much at all. Let me put that in the sink. I'm going to just add a little bit of water just to get that remaining bit that's in the coffee cup. Right, see if that makes any difference. What I'm going to do is use a metal spoon, because with silicone spatulas they're flexible. So let's give that a try and just see. I think I'm just going to need some extra water. Just add a little bit of water if that's what you need. You have got mainly the coffee in there, so that will, yeah, perhaps I've done too much water now. But you do need to get all the lumps out as well, and you do need it to be thickish. So because I've added that extra water, be very careful. Just add a bit more icing sugar until you get it to the consistency that you want. But you do want it lump free. So all I'll do is, because just be careful if you add extra water. It's just it wasn't enough to make it a proper mixture kind of thing. So all I'm going to do is keep adding icing sugar bit at a time, as you can see. But it does need to be thick to set on top of the cake. That's the main thing. But as you can see, it's got a lovely colour. I like that colour. Just bit at a time, and then, you know, it should all come together for the thickness that you want. Let me just grab the sprinkles, I'll be back in a second. Now, I did think I'd got some chocolate sprinkles for on the top, but I haven't. So I'm just going to use ordinary sprinkles. Another thing that you can do is, if you grate chocolate bar or whatever you want. Just grate it over. That's a really nice alternative. But I've only got cooking chocolate and it's not as good as ordinary. Now I've just kept adding, because I added the extra water, I put a bit too much in, so I've kept adding icing sugar, and that's what I've got now, which I think is going to be thick enough. I'm hoping it's going to be thick enough. I may just add a touch more. You will know yourself by the feel of it and the texture and everything. Just make sure you mix all that icing sugar in, because nobody wants to be eating cake with lumps of icing sugar on top, do they? So you just make sure, just keep mixing and mixing and mixing. But this looks like a toffee caramel kind of colour. Smells lovely. So let me pop that to the side. Now what I'm going to do as an alternative, oh please excuse, is, what have we got in here? I'm going to chop a crunchy up and just add that on the top. Charlotte, who I got the recipe from, doesn't do that, but I'm going to. So let's just see. Yeah, so you just spread it out really. It's up to you how thick you want your icing. That is nice and thick. I do like that consistency. Then you just spread it out. This is why it's better to do it in one of these foil tray bakes, and then you can just throw it away when you've done. You haven't got the mess of trying to get it off your tins then or whatever. Lovely. Like I said, I've never done this before, so it's the first time for me. When I make any mistakes with baking or cooking, I just do it a different way the next time, and I keep doing it until I get it right, or as right as what I like it or want it to be. So there we go. Just going to do some swirly bits in it just to zhuzh it up a little bit. You need to let this set, so I would leave it a couple of hours either on the side or on in your fridge. Right, so I have got those ones, the blue and silver ones, but I'm gonna use just the celebration sprinkles. So then, can you see? You can't see there, can you? So then I'm just gonna sprinkle them on top, and I will leave this 2 or 3 hours to set. Just let me put you on pause. So the other one's running out of time, so I did explain on the last video about filming for 2 platforms. It's a bit awkward at times because one platform's wondering what the hell you're doing. So then I'm just gonna, in between, just chuck some crunches. do is just chuck it on like that. It's only for us, so it's nothing fancy. Hang on, let me pop them back. Right, so because I'm running out of time, I've just put the sprinkles on. Just chopped crunchy up. You can use any what you want or not at all, it's just optional. And yeah, I'm going to let this set now for about 2 or 3 hours. We'll have some later. I may do another video just to show you, we'll see. But anyway, thank you for watching both videos, and I do appreciate your support. I will be back on the next one. Back to part 2. That one's run out and now it's talking back to me. Yeah. Have a good evening and I will speak to you soon. Take care.